What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dallas coming to you with another YouTube video. I hope you're having an awesome day so far. And in this video, I want to share with you the importance of collaborating online. In particular, we're going to talk about the social media platform, Instagram. So I hope you'll get something valuable from this. But before I get into it, I'd really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. I'll be posting more entrepreneurship, finance, marketing, and self-help related content. So if that's something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's get right into it. What is the definition of collaboration? My personal definition is two or more parties, when they come together, they basically analyze, their brand that they've been creating, the type of people who are following them, and also kind of like the movement that they are responsible for. And then both parties typically have different brands, right? May have some of the same type of people who are following them, and their movements might also be similar as well. So that would be somewhat of a prime opportunity for them to collaborate if they can, meet halfway, and if their goals are similar, and both of their mindsets, I'm talking about people here, but this could also be for brands. If their mindsets and goals are the same, then they're more than likely able to create some type of collaboration. What I'm saying here is there are people in your niche or industry who you may want to collaborate with, but sometimes they're not receptive to your messages, or sometimes it just doesn't work out as far as the collaboration itself. So you guys will be similar minded, right? Like-minded, working on the same things, but for some reason the deal doesn't fall through, and that happens, right? But the point here is to keep attempting to set up collaborations, because they are entirely worth it. And when you do get that yes, all right, and you do actually meet with the person and decide, like, okay, maybe I could post this on my page, you could post this on your page, we can meet up, take some pictures together, maybe record a video or something like that together. Basically what I'm saying is, every no you'll get along your route to collaborating with people is going to be absolutely worth it once you get your yes. The best way I have to kind of illustrate, or I'll just use a story, right? The KFC man, Colonel Sanders. So apparently he heard no 60 to 100 times, if not more. I think it was something like 160, whatever. But he heard a lot of no's, and everyone who told him no, they are feeling like a total fool for not collaborating with him, because KFC is literally everywhere in the United States of America. I don't know where you're watching this video from. Maybe you've never heard of KFC before. But the idea here is, if we'll just say your Instagram page, right? If your Instagram page is still growing, maybe you're at 1,000 to 5,000 followers or something like that, some people may not see you as an asset to them, so that you can help them grow their page, because your page is kind of small in comparison. So what you should do from that is, you should take two things from that. Number one, KFC man, right? If they tell you no, then you need to keep talking to people, because eventually someone will say yes, and the person who says yes will make it so much, like, entirely worth it for hearing all those no's. And the second thing is, you just need to grow your page, to nurture your page and nurture your audience, because one day, you might be in a better position to work with this person. Let's talk about why collaboration is important. Can you grow your page without collaborating with other people? Absolutely. But I have found personally that you grow your page so much more faster when you're collaborating with other people, because a collaboration basically says, here's my friend, I'll just put me in, for example, here's my friend Dallas. Like, if I'm posting on, someone else's page, or we're collaborating together, what they say on their page to their followers is, hello everyone, here's my friend Dallas, we're working together, and if you like his content, then check him out as well. See, that's dramatically different from running an advertisement, right, with some interruption-based marketing. It's dramatically different from trying to follow someone else's followers, or try to get somebody else's followers to come join your page, right? See, a collaboration allows you to establish that trust factor with someone else's audience a lot faster than if you were trying to build that trust yourself with their audience, okay? And if you find a way, right, if your content is good, you're ambitious, people can see the value, maybe you're not completely there yet as an influencer, but they can see that you're growing, maybe you can convince somebody with a larger audience to collaborate with you. And when you do something like that, it becomes 100 times more faster than if you were trying to do it yourself, because we all need to talk to bigger audiences to help our page, our brand grow faster. With that being said, how do you secure your first collaboration? The easiest way to do so is just to send a whole bunch of DMs. Maybe you could have some script you develop, and just kind of anticipate that if you're sending a script to a lot of people, and maybe people who have bigger audiences than you, then you will probably hear a lot of no's. You'll get some people who will read your message but won't reply, and then some people just won't even open your message. Nothing to get discouraged about. Just make sure you keep going. And if you refer to one of my previous videos where I talk about KPIs, then if you're serious about collaborating, maybe create some type of spreadsheet where you document, you track how many offers or how many requests for collaborations you're making on a daily basis. And what that will show you is after a week or a month, if you've got 50 collaboration requests and no one has said anything, then maybe you need to really improve the asset you're working on, because for some reason people are not seeing, your page or your movement as, they're not seeing it as valuable as you're currently seeing it. But at the same time, KFC man, 100 no's. Maybe you just need to hit up 50 more people to secure your first collaboration. You never know. But realize what other people care about. If they're owning a brand or they're an influencer on Instagram, if they're selling something, then really what they want is, number one, more exposure, and number two is more sales. So if your page is directly aligned, at least the target audience is somewhat of the same that this brand, the brand you're looking for, if your audience is the same as them, then that brand is certainly interested. But what you should do is you should convey to them, right, like how you're growing and you're not stopping, you're moving and shaking, and you're growing this audience and they're engaged, and these are the people this brand is looking for. The more you can convey that they can likely get sales from collaborating with you, I think it's going to definitely bring some interest to the table, right? They'll definitely be curious as to how you will be able to increase the bottom line for their brand. So influencers, right? Influencers are not directly making money at first, like with their brand. They're just growing a following, posting consistently. So for an influencer, they probably would be more interested in more people seeing their content and more people following them and engaging with their content. If you're trying to get a brand to collaborate with, or maybe a local business or a business in your niche, then they're probably more focused on return on investment. So if you can convey to them that when they work with you, right, when they post on your page, that you can gather more prospects for them, you can help them, you can help your people understand what it is that brand is selling, and likely get a couple sales, maybe 10, 15, 20 sales or whatever from your audience, then the brand starts to become more interested because they see you as an asset to them, right? And when you become an asset to somebody else, they'll collaborate with you once. And if you're still an asset, they may highly likely collaborate with you twice, 3 times, 4 times. Until you're no longer a positive return on investment for their brand. So this will be a great way to get recurring partner deals. My first collaboration was, this was when I was living back in Houston. I worked with a donut shop called ABC Donuts. And the way I secured this collaboration is I actually was friends with the owners of the shop. They were running into they were running the business, and no one really had time to run the marketing platform. So what I did is just made a casual introduction. Hey, my name is Dallas. I wanna help you with marketing. They already knew my name because they were my friends, but I told them what I could do for them, and I showed them how I could provide a positive return on investment for my efforts and our efforts basically put together. And what happened is they rocked with me for a while, and eventually, I'm not sure what happened, but we fell off. And then that will happen. From time to time, that will happen. The more people you collaborate with, sometimes the relationship is just not long term. It's only short term. But make sure you learn everything and get as much as you can from those short term collaborations as well. All right. But after that first collaboration, I actually secured a second collaboration with another friend of mine who I met at a networking event. It was a business networking event. And since then, we've been doing projects. We've been talking regularly. I post on my page about his content. He posts on his page about my content sometimes. So with that being said, is if I would have gotten discouraged from that first collaboration, like things were going well. Like, why do we stop? I'm not sure. I forgot. Like, this was almost 2 years ago. But since I didn't get discouraged, I just kept, eating at it. Eventually, I got my next collaboration, and this one I'm still working with today. So you should understand, the reason why you collaborate is to grow your following at a faster pace than if you were trying to do it all alone. The second reason you collaborate is because being introduced on someone else's page as a trusted friend or a trusted partner is a way to get more followers and more engagement from people who are actually interested in your content, right? Because they follow their brand, their influencer, and basically this is not like a sales thing, right? Where they're saying, hey, go to my man here, he's selling t-shirts. It's more so of this is my friend. This is my friend. I trust them. I respect them. We're on the same mindset, the same wavelength. And if you like what I do, then check out my friend Dallas. That is 1,000 times more effective than running ads or trying to DM people cold who are following your brand or influencer that you're trying to collaborate with. So make sure that you identify which brands and influencers are kind of maybe around your level, right? So that means they'll be more receptive to a collaboration, and then identify some brands who are like way ahead of where you want to be, right? They've got 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers, and don't be scared to hit them up either. I told you the likelihood of them responding, it becomes a little bit less likely as you get to the higher pages, but that doesn't mean it's an automatic no, especially if you're consistent in following up. So send them that first message, wait for a bit, a couple days or so. If they don't reply, send them another message. Okay. And if they don't reply that way, then start, responding to their page's content. Say, leave them good comments, leave them nice comments, and then also leave them that special comment that says, check your DMs. And maybe they will check their DMs, right? All right. Let's say that you have somebody who's actually interested in collaborating with you. Then what you need to do is you need to lay it out on the table, have a conversation with them. Get on a phone call, or if you can meet them in person, that would be helpful too. And just start identifying all the goals of your brand and their brand, if they haven't already been identified. And start, understanding where they want to be in 5 years from now, and where you want your brand to be 5 years from now. And pay attention to the answers for both parties. Because if they're similar, then there's a likelihood that collaboration would be extremely beneficial for both parties. All right. With that being said, I want to let you know that collaboration on Instagram, it's been, because I've been collaborating for like the last year now. I've collaborated with musicians, speakers, other professionals, real estate professionals. I collaborated with this drone photographer. And when you collaborate, you learn so much more about other people's industries. You get to connect with people who have a similar mindset, but also like a different mindset than yours, right? Because everybody is different. So you get the chance to work with other people. And honestly, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People would be a good book to read here. Also, Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty by Harvey Mackay, so you can provide value to these influencers and brands that you have prospected ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with them in a year from now. So dig your well before you make the ask, so that they see your name, you know what I'm saying, in their comments and their story replies and their DMs. And eventually when you do make the ask to collaborate, they've seen you a couple times. So they would likely be more receptive to your favor. And the third thing, the third book that I'd highly recommend you read for collaborating is The Irresistible Offer by Mark Joyner. Because if you're not hitting people with irresistible offers, then more than likely they're just going to read your message and not reply to it. Unless you're working with some of the smaller brands or influencers or people who have a little bit of a less following than what you have, they're probably going to be super excited to collaborate with you because you're bigger than them, right? You've created more of a presence than them. So they know if they put their content on your page, then they're likely to get more of a return from the collaboration. With that being said, I hope you got something from this video. The easiest way to start collaborating is just to identify who you want to work with and start hitting the DMs up. Send many DMs. There is a chance you're going to get a lot of no's. Or you could try working with your warm market, right? People who already know you, already know what you're capable of, already kind of understand what the brand is and who is following you. Maybe there are some people who are already following you now who you can collaborate with. So that would be a great start. But what you want to do over time is you want to build your collaboration so that you're working with people who have bigger brands and bigger audiences, because that will allow your return on investment, your time and energy for setting up that collaboration, for creating the content. It's going to make that more worth your time in the long term. I just want to clarify that brands and businesses are looking for return on investment. Okay. Yes, they want more exposure. Yes, they want more followers and more people to see their content. But what they're most interested in is a positive return on investment. So if you can present your page and your offer as an asset to them to get them their money back and more, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey, my audience is engaged. They're exactly who you're looking for. They're entrepreneurs, they're marketing, and I see you're selling this marketing business course. These are the people you're looking for. And if you present this offer to my audience, if I say, hey, this is my trusted friend, this is my trusted brand, I love this course, I've taken it myself, it's been very beneficial, then that brand is more likely to make sales according to your audience. And when they make sales, they're happy. And when you ask them, hey, what'd you think about this collaboration? Would you ever do it again? If they're green on their bottom line, there's a high likelihood that they will collaborate with you again. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got something from it. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Also comment and subscribe for more content like this. Hit that notification bell so you can get updates when I post in the future. Other than that, have a superb day, and I will be back with more. Peace.